Google wants 200, baby.
You ready to get back to the trading action?
You aim, you shoot, and make money.
It's going to be a great day. You guys know where you're at. What up out there, traders? How we doing? It's good to see you guys. Sorry about a little bit of a late start here. Of course, I was on Trader TV. So if you guys didn't get a moment to check my appearance, I would definitely check it out there. And we can talk a little bit about the trade ideas that I talked about on there. Like always, trying to give some ideas to the everybody out there looking at themes, right? Of course, right now we have the recent China rally. Now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback there. Right. I wanted to talk about housing stocks. We'll talk all about the plays today. We got a lot to talk about here. Of course, it's Trade the Pool, guys. Ready to get to some trading action. Still in the Airbnb, as you guys can tell, not the home office, but it's all good. Coffee's ready to go. Let's get after it. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's start talking first about the playbook today and what stocks we will be watching. Of course, we'll get right to it. Let's kick it off. All right, guys, let's take a look at what we can watch today. Of course, we'll be moving back and forth between the charts. But first up, of course, I'm going to be watching to see what happens here in the industrial space. Picard taking off there towards the 108. Of course, I played this trade all through this move, right? I played it from 100 up there towards 107 on the swing trade. 7 points, really nice swing trade there in Picard. Now looking for this to continue moving into different names. So looking at potential longs in Deere and Cat. I'd be watching those names. And one name that needs to hold on is Boeing. It's pretty hit here. It's down, down, down. But I have a feeling something might come out with the labor situation and they'll get this resolved. And you might get a little bit of a spike right back. So just be careful there in that Boeing situation. We'll see what happens. Workday, of course. I got the long. I got the swing on. I took this on yesterday, looking for this to start working its way back to the upside. This is one that's been beaten down as of late, right, for about a month. Now has pulled back, held a couple of bottoming. MACD about to cross over here. Looking interesting on Workday. Let's give another play here. Redfin for the housing play. And this one's an interesting one. Now starting to bounce back, right? Has had higher lows in the last 2 days. Could look for an attempt back into, let's say, Monday's high or Friday's high, not Monday. Friday's high, which is 1078. So looking into an area into 11, slightly below 11 today would be definitely a good area to watch for. We'll see what happens there in Redfin. Can this just ride back up to the top side? Zillow's another one to keep on watch here. There's a couple names, right, in that space, in that housing space to watch here. We'll see if they can catch fire. And of course, in the China trade, I talked about 50% retracement levels and looking for that. Can we get BABA back down towards 100? Well, that will be definitely interesting as it was up there almost to the 120. It got there to 117. So looking for 50% retracement on these and maybe catch that, right? You can also look at Yin for the 3-time leverage trade, right? And if we take a look here at the retracement from the bottom, right, from when we first got that first jump, right, up there towards the top, where does 50% retracement go? And you're actually way below that, right? And so that just tells me we're close to the bottom. Even if you put it down here on the bottoming here, we're still at below 61% retracement on the recent move. So I feel like Yin here, if anything, looks like a buy today than a sell. So we'll see what happens there with China. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with me, and you'll see a lot of people talking about negative China. That's when I want to be watching for the upside. All right, we'll keep taking a look at different stocks. We'll take a look at definitely some names out there that we can watch. Tesla today on the playbook. All right, and what am I watching for? I'm watching for upside to come back into Tesla. So let's take a look here at the chart. Where can we be watching for upside? I'm looking for another attempt down towards this line. Come and try to take out this line, but then hold it, right? So this is the down line, right? So this is where things could break down a little bit further today, which is down below the 215. I want to see a red open and then a green turnaround. Now, of course, if the stock just comes back towards the resistance, we can look for that, right? Of course, this is on a major gap down and give us an attempt to maybe catch the gap back up. So I'll be watching for Tesla. I think we get one more down attempt here, down towards that trend line. Maybe it even undercuts for a slight second and then starts to work its way back to the upside. We'll see what happens there in Tesla. And of course, when it comes back, I'm not saying that it's going back to 250, but can it come back here towards like maybe 235? Yeah, it could fill some of that gap right back to the upside. AMD is another one. Very similar play. Looking to see what happens here at the top side. Now, AMD does have the potential to hold the support here, but I think it's going to maybe make an attempt further down to the 160s before this one comes back around. So this is one that I'm not as jumpy on. I think Tesla is a little bit better opportunity today, but can we be watching for this? Yeah, I think we have to, because if Nvidia is making new highs, and that's exactly what's happening here. Well, if Nvidia is making new highs, we got to watch for AMD to run and other names to start catching that lift. Apple looking for a new high. Talked about it. Multiple highs in this area. We've recovered. We were looking at this gap, and look at that. Now it's starting to hold well. Apple looks like it's ready to take a big break towards this 237. Right now we're at 234. Can we get to it today? Yes, there's definitely in reach. Look at the MACD. Crossover looking great there. RSI still looking good for a potential run here. So if anything, things look really good on tech. So SOXL going to be looking good here for an attempt to move back through and continuing to the upside, right? So we'll see what happens here in SOXL. Let's go ahead and delete the drawings here and just start all over. You guys can see how you're coming back here towards this kind of resistance. Now we can make an approach towards that today. That can be a move towards 4250s. We'll see if we get through that on SOXL. Of course, pulling back right now, but give us the potential for the lift. A bunch of banks to go through, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's get to some of the Sunrise report. We'll talk all about that coming up right now. Let's get back to it here. Let me go back to the screen here, put myself full screen. Let's go to the Sunrise report and see what we can find in the market today. All right, first earnings report that we'll talk about. We'll talk a little bit about Citigroup. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. Of course, you guys know I'm kind of bearish overall, Citigroup forever, but hey, it did make its way all the way back here after really looking like it was falling off there in, of course, August. So it's come back here. It's back there to 67. We'll see what happens with it. They did post Q3 24 adjusted earnings per shares of $1.51. Surpassing the expectation of $1.31. Revenues hitting 20.3, exceeding the 19.84 billion forecast. Under CEO Jane Fraser's leadership, the bank has been scaling back its global operations with strong performances in investment banking and equities tradings highlighted in the latest results. So another one, of course, to take a look at is Bank of America. So we'll take a look at Bank of America, as this looks like it's just straight breakout city here in Bank of America, as it reported Q3 EPS of 81 cents, slightly ahead of the expected 78 cents. Global wealth and investment management revenues climbed 8%, and global markets saw a 14% boost. So big push here as the bank posted net incomes of 6.9 billion for the last quarter. PNC, a regional bank, also reporting today, and good numbers here also. So they reported EPS at 349, beating the 332 estimate, and revenues came in at 5.43, slightly exceeding the 5.39 billion consensus. The company did report net interest income of 3.41 with a 243 million provision for credit losses. The bank's looking good here, and I think that this is what we need to be watching for, is do they quickly fall, right? And that's what I'll be watching for on a name like Goldman Sachs, right? This could easily just take a hit right back down. Going to be looking for a blow off top type of day where it just goes up to the high and then fails and then quickly comes crashing right back down. And this is nothing that I'm saying that, this is going to make a huge breakdown. But as you can tell, these stocks have been on pretty much a 4-day run. That's about 8%. So could we make a 4% move down? Yeah, we could. So I'll be looking for a move like that coming back to 515s, maybe 520s for Goldman Sachs. Doesn't look too bad there. Of course, this is something that you need to look for and wait to see the action, not try to jump in front of it, but I'll be watching for these plays. We'll see what happens there. Walgreens Boots Alliance, right? WBA. Let's take a look at Walgreens Boots Alliance. As of course, they're getting a little bit of a lift here, bouncing back as this stock has been just completely destroyed, guys. It's been really bad. It's been like as bad as it gets for about now close to 10 years in Walgreens. It's been down about 90%. At some point, maybe this could bounce back a little bit, and you can see the volume here. Definitely some people are trying to either get out or get in, right? Because you can see that volume increase, right? But it's just really tough, man. This stock has been really struggling, and I don't see the turnaround. But let's talk about their earnings at least. They did get EPS of 39 cents, surpassing the expected 36-cent in EPS. Revenues in the quarter came in at 37.55 billion, ahead of the 35.76 billion forecast, and the company anticipates full year 25 adjusted EPS to range between $1.40 and $1.80. So we'll see what happens here in Walgreens Boots Alliance. Nothing that I'm feeling too positive about, but at least good numbers here for WBA. Johnson & Johnson, as they report here, and this stock has pretty much gone nowhere in like 2 or 3 years, right? So that's one thing to note, is that I never feel too confident in Johnson & Johnson because it goes nowhere, even when it rides up. And maybe it goes up maybe $5, but then just starts to struggle. And here, it's looking like it's starting to struggle already here. We'll see what happens. It did pop on the number and then now starting to come down. So Johnson & Johnson announced Q3 EPS of 242, topping the 221 estimate, revenues of 22.47 billion, beating the expectation. They also raised EPS outlook and accorded the dividend of $1.24 payable on December 10th. We'll see what happens here in Johnson & Johnson. Can they get the lift? Nothing that I'm feeling too excited about. UNH, though, this one was riding high, guys, now taking a major beating on the downside. You can see it. It had what? 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts yesterday to break out. When you get that fail into the earnings report, that's a telling sign, right? A lot of times stocks run into earnings, not after earnings. That's one thing I notice. Very rare do they run after the earnings. They run into it a lot of the times. And here it is, United taking a big hit. They reported better than expected EPS from 715 up from 656 a year ago. Revenues surged 9.1% to 100.8 billion, driven by growth in Optimum and United Healthcare Services, despite challenges such as higher medical costs at a ratio of 85.2. The company reaffirmed its full year EPS guidance of 27.50 and 27.75, but definitely taking a beating today. This could affect healthcare, and we might see some healthcare go red, or maybe some buying of some other big boys like Lilly as they try to maybe catch up a little bit. We'll see what happens there in Eli Lilly and different names. That's going to do it for us on the Sunrise Report. I hope you guys enjoy me going through this, taking some time to bring you guys some of the news. Let's get back to the action here and take a look there at the chart there. And looks like I didn't even put up my chart. So you guys been staring at me pretty much talking the whole time. But hey, there you guys got the news at least. Let's go back to the charts. We can take a look really quickly at those charts. There's not much to take a look at there. Citi, you can see how it's popping off there. We'll see what happens there in Bank of America. It's a little bit higher towards the 41s. PNC still hanging in there. I'll be watching for that. Walgreens Boots Alliance, this doesn't seem good. Nothing that I would be trading really there. Johnson & Johnson, that's definitely taking a beating. So we'll see what happens there. And UNH also taking a really hard hit to the downside. But of course, there's other names to trade. And then yesterday, guys, I did end up taking a couple of trades. And then one ended up being all right on SoFi. I ended up making like another $50 on this. Went for the scalp. But hey, it was a back and forth yesterday. One thing's for certain. We were kind of setting up for a bigger trade. And that's what I'm going to do today and continue to set up for it. Because the truth is, yesterday we still had a green day, but it wasn't as big as what I wanted, right? That is what it is. Just got to keep battling. Let's take a look at the swing trade account, see how that's looking right now. Workday up almost $100 right now. I'm going to be watching it today to see if that can continue to work there. At this point, it's just more just trying to let this continue to push. right? And so we'll see if this can really kind of get the lift today. Could add on this. That is one thing that I could be watching for. We'll see what happens if I can get a little bit of a pullback closer towards my level, and then really look for a workday to get up there towards 244 today. That's really what I'm looking for, because if we can trade up there to 244, we're going to be looking pretty decent there. All right, guys, we'll see what happens here. Can we get some good action in maybe the smaller names? I know that yesterday we had some good names that were pushing strong. Seeing this SGD. Let's go to it. Let's set this up a little bit better here. SGD looking pretty good on the hourly. Just ripped higher. So we'll see what happens with this one. This one ripped higher. Now it's been going sideways at the top, but that's not a bad thing to see. We'll see what happens here on Safe Green and Development Corporation. You can see it's trying to do a little bull flag move. We'll see if it goes higher there. Let me add the drawing here. There you go. I don't like this chart. Let's go to the different charts. It doesn't look too bad. I like the darkness on those, but I like this one, but I just need to make it darker. So let's make it darker here. Show you guys how to do that if you guys don't already know. There we go. Apply. Boom. There we are. All right, guys, let me know if you guys need me to adjust anything. I know that I'm using the one screen right now, so just keeping the battle on, right? SGD looks like it needs to kind of hold this area here around the 6. If it can hold that area, we'll be looking pretty decent there. We'll see what happens on this name. Doesn't look too bad, right? Let's see what happens now, right? So we'll keep pushing here. I do like it in yellow here, so that's one thing. So the only thing with this one is I need to add the line. So I'll show you guys how I do that too. So if you go here on the price scale, if you go down here in the highlight price, I don't like the scale marker. I like the scale marker with the line. This really helps me, guys. It's up to you guys to do it. I like line with price. So that's another thing. So I just literally just put that there. Boom. And then now you can actually see the offer and the bid right on the chart. This is a good tip, guys, for you guys out there that are looking for ways to add to your charts. This is definitely one thing that I'd tell you guys to take a look at. BNZI on the pullback there. We'll see what happens there. And Wolf got some mentions out there. And I did see that they get some support by the government. That's why they're getting a huge lift. Now the only question is, where does the pullback go to, right? Because this has made a quick little kind of push there. Pullbacks pushed here. I'm looking for a pullback back towards 13. If not, it's just going to have to keep ripping here. It's just going to be a little bit of a tough trade here as it keeps just grinding higher. Nothing that I see a big upside in. It's more something that I'll be watching towards the bell. All right, time to catch up with you guys out there. Time to catch some stocks that you guys are watching. Of course, we can add some to our watch list here to see what's starting to make the move. I know Tesla is starting to get a little bit of a move. I'll keep this one on the radar, guys. Like I mentioned, I really kind of like Tesla today, but the only thing I'm looking for is one more downside action move towards the low. If we can do that, I think we start to climb back some of the gap. So definitely one to watch today. We'll see what happens there in Tesla. All right, guys, markets open. Let's be safe out there. Let's see what we can come up with today, right? So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get the sounds going here and see what we can do, guys. Be safe out there. All right, team, be safe out there. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go trading. You guys got out there catching up in the chat. Sorry that I was a little late today, guys. We're on Trading TV. Catching up with some of these chat comments here. Always like the chat comments, right? All right, just trying to zoom in a little bit so I can catch those comments a little bit more. What's up, Jan? How we doing? Sound is very bad, Mitch. Well, thank you, Jan. At least somebody yelled at me. Smash the likes. All right, I'll fix the sound a little bit there. Something's probably going on with my mic here. Just give me a second here, guys. Something probably going on. Maybe I'm just peeking. I'll bring myself down a little bit here. Yeah, something's going on with it. All right, guys. What's going on, guys? Can you hear me a little better? All right, guys. Let me know if my voice is all right there, guys. Just trying to work with what I got here. Noticed RDTT. Oh, Reddit pushing strong. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at that. Smash the like, guys. Let's go make some money, guys. I'm going to go get focused. Let's do this. All right, guys. Let's do it. Tesla. Tesla, guys. Tesla. Looking for Tesla to bounce today. And look what happens, guys. A freaking rip on Tesla. I can't even catch that, guys. That's too fast. Too much, too fast. Already up there. At least I talked about that one on Trader TV. I told them look for a potential bounce day. We'll see what happens in AMD. AMD is the opposite, gapping down there. Woof. AMD not looking good there. All right, let's look at the overall market here. All right, SPY coming down a little bit there. Definitely getting that first action to the downside today, and everyone's kind of leaning towards the upside. So I'm looking at potentially, there it is. Guys, a little late today, guys. A little late to the game, guys. This is the exact move I talked about. Potential move on Goldman Sachs to the upside, failing the breakout, and then coming right back down, smackdown. There it is already, guys, happening right out the gates. These are those trades that are really quickly out the gates. So it's going to be hard to kind of maybe catch this. We'll see if we can catch it on the way back. Add a little VWAP here. All right, we'll look for a move back up towards the VWAP to maybe get short on Goldman Sachs. But first action out the gates, not bad at all. JPM, how's that doing? Down on the downside also. So Bank of America down also. Even though these stocks are ripping, we're getting the move right back down. XLP getting a little bit of a jump to the upside. So that just goes to show you defensive stocks getting a little bit of a jump on the upside. VIX, will the VIX get a little bit of a jump? All right, we'll see what happens here. What's going on with my chart? Something going on with my charts there. Getting a little wonky on me. All right, looking to see if the SPY can lift off here. We'll see what happens. It's trying to like load up there. Deer, I see it kind of making a little bit of a move here. I'm looking around to try to find what's making moves here, guys. Definitely seeing my data a little bit slow here. So I'm going to go to my main charts here and try to find some plays. All right, SoFi still doing well there. SoFi doing well right out the gates up there to the 1024s. We'll look to see if it can keep going. Nothing that I find on that one right now. AMD straight down out the gates there. That one I talked about how I felt stronger about the definitely the pullback for Tesla. So if I look at out the gates, what's leading to the upside? I see real estate leading to the upside. That tells me to take a look at Redfin. And Redfin's on the pullback right now. I'll look to see if it catches some buys on the pullback here around the 11. Just taking a look at it there. Zillow made a little bit of an up approach and then pulling back here. So these are names that I'll be watching for. See if they can catch a little bit of a dip buy here. Zillow, nice little push at the gates. We'll see if it catches here a little bit of a dip and then goes right back up. Redfin, Open, be watching for those types of name. So we'll see what happens there. What about the kind of the China trade? Yin battling back there, pulling back, but now getting a little bit of a bounce. Baba getting a little bit of a bounce. I kind of like these names. I'm watching for it to see if they can hold today and maybe make a little bit of an upside approach there. Yin is another way to maybe trade this. I like Baba straight up, so I'm going to be looking at Baba right now to see if maybe I attack this here. Only thing is it is expensive, so that's one thing I'm keeping in mind. I could also go after the FXI and different things like that. So I'm taking it easy right now at the gates. I just need to find where the trends are right now and what's bottoming, right? So defensive is up right now. Taking a look to see what else is in the red. Energy is taking the hard hit to the downside. So is basic materials. Industrials are pulling back right now. So looking at that space, trying to see what's leading here, trying to see some bigger names. Show me some of the lead. Where's it at? Airlines doing well. American Airlines is one that I liked off of UAL's report. UAL already pulling back there. And so AAL is actually looking strong here, looking like it wants to keep going. Of course, I was watching AAL to kind of fill the gap here. So nice day where it can make a push into the 13s, 1250s. Like the pullbacks towards like kind of 1210s area, 1205 area. So we just got a nice little push to 1230s. Let's see if we can pull back here and then maybe get that next lift. So I'd like an attempt back here towards the 1210s and then another move back towards 1230s. But looks interesting there on American Airlines. DAL in the red there. Those can catch a little bit there. Love with a nice little spike pull back. We'll see if those make the next move. Zillow pulling back there. Also looking interesting. Redfin back to 11. We'll see if that gets a little bit of a bounce push. Real estate getting the push to the upside. Cyclicals doing well there now. Taking a look to see what's going on in cyclicals and what's doing well. Of course, residential construction names doing well. Lennar, things like that. So you're seeing a lot of this Toll Brothers trade. Okay. Apparel trade. That's interesting. Home improvement stores. Home Depot moving higher. Lowell moving higher. So those are names to definitely look at. Restaurants moving higher. Trying to find the trends, guys. Right now, it seems like it's on a little bit of a pullback, the market, right? And so there's the downward action there. Goldman Sachs, guys, was the trade. Looking for a little bit of a push towards the high and then a rejection right back down. That was a good trade there. I'm not going to lie. I just wasn't fast enough. Neither was I fast enough for Tesla. So Tesla, nice little spike there to the 224s. We'll see what happens on that one. How's workday on this? There you go. 244s, almost 245s now on workday. That's going to be making my swing trade look really nice here. Let's take a look at the swing trade right quick. All right there. We'll see what happens here on workday. Nice little push higher towards the 244s. I'm in at 242s down there at this point. Won't lose on the position. Just trying to let this position now work. Try to go a little bit higher. So at this point, I can leave it break even and just let it work. We'll see what happens with this one. It's going to be about a couple of days. I would like an ad, but not going to look for the ad right now because I'll just ruin my average. Only got 30 shares of this, but a swing on in workday. All right, going back to, of course, the limited account. Looking for some trades out there, guys. Looking for the trade. Drug, D-R-U-G, getting a little bit of a spike there towards the 350s. It's a penny name, guys. Got to be careful out there. Let's take a look here. 5 minutes. Nice little pattern. Just broke through that. Now we could see a quick retracement back down into this 310, 315 area. We'll see if we get that retracement right now. But if anything, getting a little bit of a break to the upside here. So look at that. Strong stock here in drug. Looks like it's about to halt. Yes, about to halt there. SMCI now getting a little bit of an up move there. Taking a look here, guys, trying to find some good trades there. Wolf pulling back there. Talked about how this one had made already a big move there. We'll look to see if it can continue. To me, it's on the pullback right now. Fun getting a little bit of a jump. Of course, this is a known kind of spike type of name. So just be careful out there. I saw DJT was also moving fast today. This looks like a fade to me, guys. If anything, a short right now looks to me to make sense. All right, so we got about what, 20-30 cents to the top. Yeah, about 30 cents of risk here. So I'm looking at 100 shares potentially to short here on Trump. If it can't get a DJT, if it can't get back above that high. We've had one attempt to the high, 2 attempts, 3 attempts. I'm looking for one more attempt up here to fail, and then I can get short bigger. But oh, there it is already, guys. Look at that hit right back down through the VWAP. I'm still looking for that attempt back to up one last time here, and then looking for that to fail. Of course, you guys can see this attempt here where you tried to get back up there. Let's see if it can hit this and then come right back down. All right, looking at the chat to catch up with you guys. Keep throwing up those comments, guys. It's definitely going to help me and also help you guys. What are you guys seeing out there moving? DRUG. All right. The thoughts on XLI? I really like XLI. The only thing is that right now you're having this market pullback time, right? And so you just got to look for these stocks to stay hot, right? What are the stocks that are leading the XLI right now? Well, it's the defensive names like Lockheed Martin, RTX. Be careful with those breaking down. Those are big cap names that are pushing the market higher with the situation in the Middle East. You also have the situation with the heavy farm and construction. That's Cat, Deere, Paccar. Those names, you want to see them continue hot, and you want to see the story in Boeing turn around back to the upside, right? Because if that can turn around, that could help. GE is doing well. Honeywell is doing well. So that's not an area to be concerned about. That's diversified industrials. So it doesn't look like a bad space, especially with the airlines giving good numbers today. So I think you just got to continue to watch it and look for some of the negative to get away and for the defensive stocks to stay hot. IMRX. I'll take a look at that, guys. I'm catching up with you guys. Done for today. Apple reversal over. Yeah, get after it, guys. It's good to see you guys. All right. I've seen some questions here. Doing great so far. Finished the day with already 2. Hey, there you go. That's what I love to hear, Jan. Get after it. Are you doing the futures? What are you doing there? Rum getting a pop. That's interesting. All right, let's go back to the stocks. Let's see what we can find. All right, here's that rejection on DJT. Didn't get up there towards the trend line and the breakout to the upside. So I'm waiting on that right now. We'll see if we get back up here. I'm going to set an alert there. It'll alert me if it goes back up there. Right now, I don't want to short right here because it's easy trap. All right, take a look out there to see what else is making a move here. Tesla, of course, was strong out the gates. Let's see if it can catch here. Going back to the stocks out there, Workday still doing pretty well there. I'm excited about that position. All right, SPY overall still looking ugly. VIXI overall now holding in. Could get a little bit of a spike today, especially if we stay in the red. They're pretty red right now. All right, just got an alert there on my trade to pool. Let's go take a look at that. What's giving me the alert? I just got a spike there. Let's see here. Got a couple of alerts. NNE. Okay. Let's go take a look at NNE, see how that's doing. I haven't taken a look at NNE today. Okay, those look like they're on the pullback. Yeah, they are on the pullback. Drug taking off there, man. We'll see if it reopens or when it reopens. IMRX mentioned in the chat. Let's take a look at that. Want to get some trades in already, guys. You can see my internet isn't the fastest right now, but I'm looking at it. Oh, big scoop down there on the 5-minute. We'll see if it starts to bounce back, but doesn't look good there. Tesla trying to catch the pullback right now. Let's take a look at the SPY here. SPY still struggling here. XLI starting to catch a little bit of the dip there. Taking a look to see Lockheed Martin. That's in the red there. So is RTX. We'll look to see if those bounce back. Deere still just hanging on right now. Boeing in the red. Airlines not looking too bad there off of that pullback. AAL now pushing stronger, held the pullback there. UAL going from red to green now. So these actually look pretty decent there. Love looking decent as it starts to push back to the upside. So not bad names as they start to push there. Airlines will help that XLI maybe start to catch. Real estate still doing well there. Cyclicals, Toll Brothers, names like that. Utility names doing decent there. Financials now bouncing a little bit there. So might get the chance to get another short there in Goldman Sachs. But nah, it still hasn't come back. Man, it was a good opportunity at least. That's for sure. Let's take a look at BABA and that pullback, right? Still pulling back right now. I'm still looking for about 100 on BABA. So it could still go lower, make an attempt down there. Still not looking that good there. Man, it's not the sexiest open here and kind of a little bit all over the place. So just taking a look to see what's making the moves here. VIXI looks like it might get a little bit of a spike here, go back towards like maybe 1278 as long as the market can stay red right now. But the Qs are the area to kind of watch. Do we get a hard rejection today? We've gotten 1, 2, 3 attempts to kind of get through this on the hourly. You can see it on the hourly. You're pulling back off of these levels. So you've had some attempts, right? 1, up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3, down 3. That was your breakout attempt. So let's see if it recollects here. If not, it could fall really quickly here, guys. So I think it's going to attempt to the upside here, and I'm going to be watching to see what happens. It's very important to see it keep going here. Apple pushing towards the upside there, Nvidia pushing on the pullback. So we'll see what happens on that. AMD still fading off there. Tesla trying to catch the bounce there at 221s. I can't get after it here. I just feel like the market's just not really getting going anywhere. So I'm going to be watching the cues here to determine which way I start to trade here. SoFi going to the upside at the 1035s. We'll see if that can keep going there. That doesn't look too bad. It's not a bad one, right? SRRK is one that I'm keeping an eye on and see if this thing keeps dropping or does it make a move to the upside. So just watching this one. Nothing that I think I'll trade today, but just a smaller name that I'm keeping an eye on. Drug, did that reopen here? Yes, reopens and then kind of hanging out here at the $4. They're trying to take that $4. We'll look to see if we get a pullback here back towards 360s, 350s. Tesla coming right back up there, trying to hold on right now. SPY trying to get back to the upside here. We'll see what happens. Will the Qs just reject? That's actually a play that I could see happening right here. So SQQQ in play here. So that's another way to play this, right? I might go for the VIXI though. All right, let's try the VIXI here. All right, guys, got to find the right sizing, and that's what I'm trying to determine right now if I want to come after this VIXI trade. So I would like to be closer towards the VWAP, but I'm not there, and so that's one thing to keep in mind is that it could pull back at any moment here. Just taking a look at the trade here and the setup. Did get some alerts there in Visor crossing down, so something just to keep an eye out for. Drug holding in at that 417, trying to take that $4. We'll see if it takes the next step there. Q's right back down there, and that's kind of what I was a little bit trying to trade off of there. And so the VIXI's starting to make the move here. Let's see if we can get it. It's just so slow right now, guys. That's the thing. VXX is one that I'd like to trade here also. This one at least moves faster, and I can maybe try to catch some right here on a little bit of a pullback. Like to see a pullback come into this spot, this 25s. Can I get a pullback? All right, looking at the overall market also here, so I can put them side by side so that we can kind of take a look at that action. You can see the SPY making an up attempt here, and I'd like to see that pull back here. Give me an attempt on the pullback, and then I'll take a shot. It did pull back there, but not much on the VIX. SPY trying to load up here. We'll see if it takes a hit right back to the downside. Looks heavy here. Qs are pretty heavy. You can tell because the SPY is like kind of just hanging out here. There's the Qs trying to recover here. So let's see if they do recover. There's Tesla taking off there, guys. So not a bad look on Tesla today. Just didn't play it well and didn't actually play it at all. But good move there. So if you guys were able to nail that Tesla move, shout out to you guys. Qs trying to recover here. We'll see what happens. Can the market actually go higher here? I think a one to watch is Nvidia, right? And Nvidia is pretty weak here. Can it bounce or will it take another hit? Microsoft is one that I'm watching there. Apple was hot, so let's see what happened there. Still hot. Hot. Went for the high. I talked about, will Apple go for the high? It did go for the high there. SPY trying to make that up move now, and so is the Qs. We'll see if they take it here. Or will they reject it and right back down? Definitely trying to find the play right now, guys. I can tell you guys it's almost 10 o'clock. I want to take some trades, but hey, if there's nothing right now really like standing out to me, I'll wait for the opportunity. Drug made that rip, though. I'll tell you that much. That one pushing really higher. Take a look at that one up there to 470s, 480s. So big strength there, guys. Woof. Down she goes. Fun trying to hang in there and go for another spike there. We'll see what happens on that one. IMRX starting to work back here. Yin still pulling back, but now looking like it wants to catch a little bit here. This is that opportunity if I want to get after it. I think I like Yin today. All right, I like it here. I like Yin, guys. I'm going to go for it here. All right, just longed a little bit of Yin, only 100 shares there just to get the starter before the 35 breakout here. Looking for this to break out back towards the high here, the high being 35.30. So about 30 cents on the upside here. We really want to hold off the 80s here. It starts to look good here. Let's see if it really wants to get a 35 push and push away from here is what I'm really looking for now. We could still pull back to the 90s, so that's why I didn't go that big, just small sizing right now. And in a second here, I want to be like maybe about 500 shares deep in this. So taking a little bit on the China upside trade. Would still want to see the Qs stay strong here. So got to take a look to see that the Qs stay strong. And there it is. Qs staying strong. That's going to help my trade here. Let's go ahead. Let's try to take another 100 shares in just a second here. Here's that 90 attempt, right? So I could add here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait here because if it breaks down into this area, well, hey, I want out anyways. So giving myself the attempt here to add in just a second here, but also if it comes down here, I can just hold all the way down to the low. We'll see if we come back down towards this 34.50s. That's about $50 loss, $46 loss. That's perfect. Right now, just trying to keep the things in play. That's the most focus right now is keeping the same kind of playing style that I've been doing, which is staying small, then getting bigger, right? We'll see what happens if the Qs do make a quick down move there. I'm watching it. There's a little bit of a blow off top wick there. We'll look to see what happens as the VIXY is trying to take off there. This was a potential play for me, but with the Qs the way they are, I didn't want to take the shot. But I can tell you we're being a little bit choppy because you're seeing a wick on the bottom and a wick at the top. This tells me chop right now, so just be careful out there. We'll see what happens if this can keep moving. Pulling back into the 70s here, should still kind of hold the support right into the 70s. So I wouldn't want to see breaking that 70 much, like maybe 69, but after that should bounce back here. Ready to get out if needed, if it starts to wash here. You see a little bit of an undercut there and a rally back. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see if it actually starts to work its way back here. There we go. That's what you want to see. Starts to work its way back off of that level. Now let's see this go green and then back through that 35. I can add. All right, trying to be patient here, trying to pay attention to the other China stocks also. So we can take a look at that in just a second. I'll put it on the grid. All right, looking good there for the time being. Let's see if this can keep moving. VIX moving down. That's a good sign there. Let's take a look here at Yin with the Qs on the left. Can also go ahead and take a look there at BABA to see what's going on in BABA. Would like to see BABA make the move to the upside also. So I'm just watching it now. See if we can catch there. PDD is not bouncing bad there. But Yin definitely heading towards the downside here. About to get out of it if it breaks through the low. Watching it here, guys, for a little bit of a quick comeback to the upside here. That's what I want to see. Now we're starting to look a little bit better here. So don't want to add just yet, but I want to set up here for the buys because it's going to be quick, right? When I do get the action, it's going to be quick. All right, stop to add through the 35. That will add me another 200 shares, trying to keep it there. And then I'll have 300. Then I'm looking to add 2 more hundred on the breakout. The breakout would be going back towards like 35.30s and going back into the green. I'd like to see Baba go back through this 104.10 before I take that big sizing. So I'm just looking to size up a little bit and then looking for the bigger trade. If it doesn't fill me right now, right above here on the stop, well, that's fine too, because I still got the smaller size and I can handle the down action. See what happens also in the Qs here. Just trying to keep a close eye on that, because if it goes red, the VIX is going to look like the better trade here. So could still watch that. Got to be careful for the red action here. It's definitely tricking on both sides, and that's dangerous. How's the SPY doing there? Definitely choppy trading here in the beginning. SPY just made a quick move to the downside. That's going to help the VIX trade start to maybe look a little bit even better here. We'll see what happens. Let's see if the yen can hold on here. Definitely going to attempt the downside. Just got to know where my out is. Here comes that downside attempt here. Wash me out. Definitely seeing that downside come in here. I'm just waiting for a second here, guys, as I see the downside. I'm looking for wick potential to kind of bottom out here. Not seeing the bottoming right now, just seeing downside action here. So looking to see if Yin's going to start to bottom here. If not, ready to get out and take the hit, right? That's what it's all about. The important part here is that it's at least measured, and that's what I want to keep at it, right? It's the small size is what's allowing me to give it this room. And then when the trade works, I don't give it room, right? And that's the important thing too. Once it works, I should be in big sizing and then cut it early. That's the strategy that I've been working, team. Here comes that down attempt again here. Not looking good as they rejected the move right back up here. You're gonna scoop some stops right here. There you go. Just scooped some stops at 50 there. Now you're starting to come back there. The stops got triggered there. So I at least know my out is going to be this $51 here. So at least as it starts to come back, it could just ramp back, and that's what I'm looking for. Now it gets back to the 70s. So I know that if it comes back here, I want out no matter what. So at this point, hey, I at least know where my out needs to be. It's back down at this line. All right, setting the stop there because it's just at the point where it's like it's either just going to keep stacking up there, and then but the VIX is coming back, and I don't want to miss that if the Qs go red. Qs look like they're trying to make the up attempt again here. Just got to be careful on the yen trade. Watch the Qs here to give me the signal. Starting to come back here. So yeah, the Qs kind of rejected the move right there. Tried to take the 498s and kind of failed there. Yen's trying to come back. It's all on the Qs here. What's going to happen? Not really getting the move there. That's setting up there for a breakdown here. So now I got to set up for the trade potential in Ying and the VXX here. Still Qs start to make a move to the upside here. So I'm taking off the stop there. Don't want to be showing the hand often, right? So I don't mind setting a stop, but sometimes I'll just take it off because I'm just showing my hand and nothing's going on. The Qs break out to the upside here. I still want to be in Yin. There's 498 rejection here, guys. So the chop is continuing right now in the Qs, and I think it's going to play out here in a second. Now, the only question is, where does it play out? Makes sense more, I think, to the downside here, but just watching it, looking to see if we get to the upside momentum. There's that downside break here for the Qs. Yeah, probably going to get stopped out here, guys. There it is. You see how as soon as I dropped it, how it quickly came and got me? There you guys see it, guys. That's the exact situation where I tell you guys it's tough. It's tough. Now that the stock could still reverse. I still have my stop up there to enter back into Yin, and I'm going to leave that there. If it comes sweeping back, I want to get back in it at the 35. But took a little hit there, down about, what, 50 bucks right now. Need to watch there on the VXX now to see what happens. Qs look like they want to break a little bit here, guys. Let's see what happens. Now we're starting to get a little bit of a breakdown there. But still no real breakdown, right? It's just a fake out attempt right now. All right, guys. This is a tough one today, guys. I will tell you guys that. Look how they got me right at the bottom there. Now we're getting that reversal in yin. This is just chop, guys. Chop, chop, chop. Be careful with the chop right now. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see what you guys are seeing out there. What's going on, traders? How we doing? Caught SGD. Yep. And shorting it. All right, get after it, man. Wolf went to the reverse. Yeah. Damn, it's choppy on the Qs. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, doing the futures right now. Long-term investing with the gains. There you go. I like it. Take the gains, long-term invest. I like it, man. All right, let's get back to it. Pushing, guys. I'm pushing. Yin's coming back, so I might rebuy it. I still like yin, right? So, hey, I might take a shot on yin again here. Look how it's coming back there. Nice little bottoming pattern there. It's all about where the Qs go right now, and I'm trying to keep it simple, right? Qs can tell me where to go, but it's back and forth right now. This is what I'm seeing on yin. Could easily come back up here. Look how the Qs look like they're about to break down here, yet yin is going up. That's the hardest trade to make now. There's the Qs with a downside attempt there, but doesn't mean it's really washing there. That's the hard part right now, guys, is that we're getting this back and forth in the Qs and the SPY. And the SPY makes a move to the downside there, and the Qs make a move. Now, can it really wash out here? The Banks was a nice one, just never caught it there. Did Tesla ever change tunes? Yeah, it's starting to pull back a pretty good amount there in Tesla. Qs going to the downside there. Now we're starting to get at least more leak here, but will it actually break now, or will it catch the bottom here and just reverse? Look at the 15-minute chart here, guys. Look at the chop on both sides of this. Right now, I'm just waiting. The move's going to probably happen, and then it's going to be fast and big. So I'm just going to be waiting here to see how I can catch this. Drug still hanging up there by the 5, right? Yeah, by the $5. Made 2 attempts to the 5. Could go one more time to that 5. We'll see if it starts to turn around then. There it goes back up there. We'll see if it starts to kind of fade off of that. Maybe an attempt back here towards the 480s. There's the Qs coming down there. Now we're starting to get that downside action here. The VXX is probably going to take off a little bit here. If we could really break this 497, we could come down a little bit. You see how we're coming back a little bit. That's the concern there. It's hard to jump on this, guys. Right now, I'm just trying to hang out here, and I want to take more trades there, but not seeing the setup there. Fun trying to go up to the top side there. Drug trying to make its way back up there. It keeps failing a little bit. Rum showing up. Yeah, that's getting the spike there. Maybe DJT comes back there. DJT was one I was watching a little bit earlier. Let's take a look at it. Did make that attempt to run, but now it's starting to fail here. All right, looking at this as potential short here. Again, this pullback opportunity right now in DJT, but to me, it looks like a short just watching it right here. It's about a buck down, so you got to be able to kind of keep it small first. Like that rejection right there. DJT looking like a short right now. I'm thinking about shorting it here, just looking for that rejection down here. Use a bigger time frame here. It still looks like a little bit of a pullback buy. But if it cuts down to 31, it could easily be back down at 30.50 today. So that's the potential reward. Have to pick the right timing here. Taking a look at the Qs. Qs made that down attempt there. Now really starting to break down on the downside here. So DJT looking good. All right, guys, I'm about to go for the short. All right, just shorted a little bit there. DJT shorted a little bit there. DJT, got to understand the risk. The risk right now for me is going to be about 55 bucks. Once it starts going in the green, then I can worry about it to add. I would like to add on this. Now I just want to see this start to get a takedown below the VWAP. So that light blue line, I want to start seeing it hold as resistance. Here comes that first down attempt here to wash here. If I could see 32 show up there, I will add here another 100 shares. All right, 32 showing up, but not breaking towards the 32s just yet. Now we're getting that 32 cut. Now I add here. Okay, now I need to be kind of break even or slightly on the red. If it comes back to me, I could get out of here. All right, now first action. Now I'm up 60 bucks. In a second here, I'm going to go ahead and just break even stop if I need to. Looking for the continued downside action to come in now. Next add is through the 3160 and next level 3160 add. Looking good here as it comes back on me. Now it's going to attempt my break even here. It might be getting out here. Looking for that continued move through the 32 now. Got to be careful for the quick move back. Starting to come down here. Now I'm looking for the 32 to get washed again here. If not, it could bounce back. So I just got to keep it really close here. If anything, I can get back in, like always, guys. That's the important thing, keeping that in the mindset here. There's 3190s coming in here. Now we're looking good. Just needs to break that 3180s now. There we go, looking better. All right, made that attempt here, but didn't break that down. That's where I got to be careful here. All right, right back to my levels. Now I'm looking for that rejection here. If not, I'm going to get out. There we go. Good rejection by the 32s. Reject on 32s, reject on 32s, reject on 32s. Now back through that high, I'll get out. All right, looking for that wash now, that real wash candle now. Down through that wick. Can I get it? Can I get it? All right, looking good here. Stop to add, set. Back to my break even, and I'm getting out. Break even. There it is. There's the ad. Now, guys, got to be break even here. That's what I'm talking about. Looking good here. Now we got to start selecting money here. At least securing some money. Looking good on this first action, though. All right, potential profit here. If it comes back through this level here, I'm going to go ahead and take the money and run. $200 is a great trade here. Let's see if it goes back to that level. I had a potential to take 184 there. So let's see if we can get one more action down, but definitely watching it here. Looking good. I'm in the green. I should have been able to take some profits there, but let's see if I can get it here. Just making sure that I have the stop loss ready to get it if needed. Looking for that hit down there towards 239s. Can I get that profit there? Taking off the target profit just for a second to see if it can hit back down there. First action down, looking good there. Let's see if it can go through that low here. All right, in a second, if it can go through that low, I'm going to secure $100 here. Come on, go through the low. Go through that low. Let's go through that low. Bounce. Got to be quick here. Might take the 100 and run. Just holding the stop loss right now. I'm not on the target profit. I'm just looking for this to keep moving here. Let's go. Let's go. There's that attempted breakdown. Doesn't get the breakdown there, though. That's one thing I do want to note. You can see I'm pulling the stop loss, just trying to secure some win, but at the same time, wanted to break through this 3140s. Going towards the 31s here would be the great move here. Looking good, but now the bounce is available to it, so let's watch it here. If not, I'll take the 77 and just run with it. All right, guys, got to drop the 77 there as it comes back to me. Let's see if it comes to me, or does it give me a bigger gain here on the swing down here. Canceling the stop loss for a second here, just to give it a second. So now you guys see where I'm trying to like play with the stop loss and the target profit here. It's coming back to get me. I'm setting the stop there, taking the money and run, guys. Take that money and run. 70 bucks. It's not what I wanted, but hey, looked for that continued downside. If it washes out there, I get the $300 day. It is what it is. Taking that money. I'm in the green at least for the day. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes, guys. Tried to stay in that, but you can see how it bounces back. And the big thing is once I get to that sizing, I just want this to kind of hold on, right? And so I can reshort it at my level if I wanted to, like up here at the 3160s as a VWAP, and then just go right back into it. That's another way to go into it too. All right, let me take a look at the grid here. Are we still in the red for the Qs, or is it Qs just trying to come back? Yin holding in, but could come back bouncing now. I'm just looking to see what happens with the Qs. You see how DJT bounced there and it got rejected at the VWAP, right back down on DJT. So rejected at the VWAP. I just didn't want to let that go back on me because the truth is that's easily a break even right there. So not a bad trade there. At least got back into the green. Got a setup there to take the 178. Should have taken that 178. For a second there was a nice opportunity there. I just was a little bit hesitant, right? A little bit slower because I was pulling the stop loss. Should have pulled it right before it on the first reaction. It was good move there towards the 30s. Now it could take that out there. We'll see if it does take that out. Looking at the grid here, Qs look like they want lower. Let's see if they bounce here, but if not, you could get that breakdown here. SPY right now is on the downside also. So seeing that downside come in today. Tesla, did it hang on? Ooh, just barely, just barely. We'll see if it makes another move up or does it take a hit to the downside here. Deere still hanging in, now actually making an up move. So I kind of like that. XLI starting to hold there. Cat. What's up with the cat? Not looking too bad there. What happened to Redfin? Looking at different names out there, guys, to see what's going on. Baba still hanging in there also. Yin, though, made a move to the downside there. Let's see if the Qs start to recover there. Look at DJT starting to recover. That with a good recovery right there. That's a little bit scary now. It could break through that 32 and start to come back. Is maybe now time to play a little reversal action on the Qs. See what happens. How's Nvidia? That was the first one to lead to the downside today, guys. Let's go take a look at my TC charts here. VIXI trade wasn't a bad one. Would be close to closing now. All right, so leading was real estate. Now it's still up and leading, right? So you can see that trend continuing, communication continuing, defensives continuing. Now financials starting to come back down. So that's one that I'd be looking at for potential shorts here. JPM looks even decent, right? XLF. So let's see what happens to these. Will these start to take a down hit again? That's one thing that I'd be looking at. PNC had earnings today. That's actually pushing to the upside today. So the KRE is going to be looking good to the upside. We'll see what happens there. That could bring the SPY right back up here and the Qs right back up. So let's see what happens with that trade. Can this get right back to the upside? Nvidia's down big. A lot of tech is down big. So I'm watching to see if that can at least catch. Apple's still holding on. Microsoft, big red there. Amazon, big red. So that's dragging the market right now. It looks like we're about to go a little bit red here and doesn't look good, at least in the market right now. Q's still coming down there. We'll see if we take that next leg right back down. So DJT still looking interesting for a reshort. We can go lower here. That'll look good there. All right, could go for like another 100 shares here. Can't go too big too quickly here, but the potential's there for the recovery. That's the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about. And the recovery was fast in DJT. So taking a look at the Qs here, the Qs trying to bounce a little bit there. So that actually looking good now to see if maybe we play some bounce trades just thinking about trades out there that could be nice little kind of bounce back trades. Let's play the stock sell. I haven't played stock sell in a while here. Looks pretty interesting. Nice little bottoming attempts here. We got 1, 2, 3, and then this fourth wick. This wick, I need to use it here. Starting to get the action back already here, guys. So there we go. Come back to 60. I want it to come back to 60, and then I'll take a shot here. Not seeing much bottoming on that. The Qs look even better. All right, looking good right now. I'm going to take a starter right now, and then I'll see what happens here. I only took 100 shares there, so at least this gives me an ability to manage the risk right towards the bottom. About 40 bucks, right? So at this point, it's managing it off the bottom and then looking to see if we can go back through that level and start to push towards the upside. I would like to see this Qs stop on the red expansion, go green on the 5-minute candle and work back to 497.40s. That's going to be a good look there for me. Let's see what happens today. Going to go ahead and keep battling here. Let's see what happens, guys. First trade green after the red trade open. There's a downside hit trying to wash me out here, and it's a hard downside move here. So got to be careful here, guys. Q's trying to make another swing down here. Be careful out there. Big hit down, guys. So definitely got to be careful here. Definitely taking a hit. All right, guys, about to get out there in Soxel. Out there, boom, got hit there, guys. Took a hit on that side right there. Now a little bit red, down 41 there as the Qs go lower. Man, just starting to take a down hit today, guys, and I wasn't expecting to see that. But let's go back to DJT. If the market is still going on this downside action, it could be an expansion move faked out down, but I'm going to go for another short here in DJT. See if I can get this. All right, guys, just shorted there a little bit there of DJT. Got to be careful. I just went with the 100 shares to start. Oh, did I just get the long there? Yeah, I did get the long there. Just got to be careful here. All right, out of trying to get out there. I hit the stop there for $3 out there. There, I'm out. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Got to make sure I do it right there. Whew. All right, just going to take a second here, guys, because that was definitely a mistake there. Tried to hit the short, but was already on the buy button because of the recent cover. So watching it here, it's bouncing already. So looking for a rejection here. That's a nice rejection there. Doesn't come down though. Looking at the grid to see if the Qs are starting to make its way back here. Man, it's just an ugly, ugly move there. The VXX was the move there, guys. Today, I messed that one up there. Should have been taking the VXX to the long side there on the 5130 pullback. That would have been a really nice trade there. Now DJT going to the upside here. So just a little bit of a chop today. Definitely would have to say it's choppy. Tried to make some trades there. Just didn't work out. Goldman Sachs was the move. Talked about it before the open for a short on Goldman Sachs after the earnings. Pop into the drop. That's exactly what happened there. But man, just didn't trade that. And that would have been a great trade, guys. This is now down 20 bucks on Goldman Sachs. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, now looks good there for the short on JPM after just tried to make another high there. Only problem is how to come at this with the sizing correct. See what happens. Is JPM actually come up here? Will it just start to crack right back down here? Looks good for the short, the way that the action is on the Qs and the SPY. Soxal really wiping me out there on that down move. That was a quick one on Soxal. Soxal making new high there, 1918. So downside action definitely coming in the market today. All right, going back to the markets here, taking a look at the what you guys are taking a look at. Brutal, done for the day. Was it downside or upside, man? That was a tough one. Could be a downtrend day. Yeah, it could be, man. Total chop right now. I agree. A tough one for sure. All right, let's get back to it, guys. We got about 20 minutes left here. Let's see if I can make another trade here. Deer holding on right now. Let's go find the trade, guys. Let's go find the trade. DJT now coming right back down, and wouldn't you know it, it's kind of choppy trading on that. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to move back and forth here. Now we're starting to see that DJT to the downside. That actually looks good there as it starts to break there, but you see JPM going to the upside there. Q's more downside coming in there right now. DJT now making that a move to the downside here. We'll look to see if it washes out here. Did do another fake out to the upside, and that was just tough to get through. That wick, really tough. Now this looks like a head and shoulders. Could break down and go further. This is a tough trade today, guys, and a lot of this is just chop. Let's be honest. So just be careful out there, guys. Now the Q's down to 492, so big move on the VIX. That's where I struggled today. Should have been trading some of that VIX. Drug now to 759. What a move there, guys. So that thing came back up towards that 480s and broke through that. Made a move there towards 759. All right, guys. That's an absolute rocket of a move there. All right, here's DJT above 32s. Still looks interesting for me. Man, DJT, what are we going to do here? All right, guys, shorted a little bit there of DJT. Going to keep this one a little bit tighter. Just want to risk about like 26 bucks on the first action. Then I can add to it here. So what is that? 32.30s right now? I'll be watching that drug, guys. I want to maybe potentially short drug today, but just got to be careful with that. All right, first action into the green there. Looking good here. Want to see it go to that 3180s, and then I'll add. All right, guys, just added there. Now I got to keep it really tight. There we go, looking good. Let's see if it just breaks through that low, 3160. Then the next important low is 3130s. Got to break even out now. Just got to be careful with the move back here. There we go. Looking good. Now can you go for it? All right, got the setup here now, like always, right? Setup and then see what happens, right? If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. That's all I can ever do, guys. So I'm going to show you guys the position there. I'm sorry that I was blocking it there. There you guys see it, 31.90 is the average. Okay, let's see if I can get the move here. 31.60s. Let's go. Flush down, DJT. All right, let's see that flush now. Bouncing a little bit. Got to be careful for the bounces, guys. Want to see it take out this low down here. If it takes out this low, we'll be looking really good. Coming back to me, guys. Got to be careful here, guys. It's definitely on the make it or break it stage. And you got to be quick on this trade. Just getting about 30 right now. All right, downside action coming in. Let's go for the washout. Let's go, DJT. Get that washout here. The battle's on right now, guys. Will DJT pay me today? This is pretty much it right here. All right, looking good. There you go. First action now into the green for sure. Now we definitely lock up here and make sure that we're break even. Looking for that nice expansion move now. There we go. Now we're up $100, $150 in a second here. I'm going to go ahead, lock up 100. One more click down through that 31. Can we get it there? All right, I just put a potential target down there to 30s, 80s here, but it's coming back here. Second, I'm just going to take the money and run. Got to be careful here. It is already coming back here. Just not giving me the expansion moves today. The chop, the chop, the chop. No expansion today, guys. That's what's happening here. Chop coming back to me, guys. So let's see if it gets another hit down through that 31s, but about to just take a tiny bit of money and just run. Man, this is coming back to me. Gotta look for the next hit down. If not, I ain't gonna get the reward I'm looking for, so. See if we can get it. There's been times where I've been able to get there about 180. I need to start taking that 180. That's what I'm noticing here. So it always got to be, I'm pretty tough on myself. You guys know me. So looking to kind of improve on even the strategy. I think I'm doing well on the strategy on the stop loss side of things. Just got to be really careful for the target profit and how do I take the target profit. And if I need to, just dropping the stop loss and just dragging it with it. If it keeps going, the momentum, it does. If not, taking the money and running is very important. So some things that I'm going to need to be working on, right? All things to be thinking about. All orders canceled here. Just looking to see if I can get that next move down. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just take the money. Just doesn't want to give it to me, man. It's been a tough one today, guys. All right, guys, it's 10:42. This is going to be the last trade of the day. I hope you guys been enjoying it. Let me know what stock you guys are watching, or maybe a good trade that you guys had today. Of course, it's been a battle of a market. We'll see if it can continue down here for DJT and get me deeper into the green. But hey, like always, guys, we never know which way the market's going to go. Only thing we can do is keep on battling, guys. All right, downside coming in again here. Let's see if we get that real wash down back towards the 3080s is really what I'd like there. Can we have a nice green day today? Let's find out, traders. Smash the like if you guys enjoying the action, enjoying the complete transparency, showing you everything from the target profit, showing you everything from the stop loss, everything here. That's the one thing I try to do for you guys, is keep it real, 100%. And you guys can see it. It's been a tough day. It's not been easy. All right, let's see if we can finally get a little bit further wash here through the 3160s. Keep getting bounces, and that's not good action here. Should be a quick wash there. Come on, DJT. The crazy part is DJT has always kind of been like an all-day fader for me when I've traded it on the long side. So, you know, that's just how it goes a lot of the times, traders. All right, looking to see if we can keep this downward momentum, but no guarantees, guys. It could come back in a hurry. Missed out there on the gains there when it was up. When it was down there towards the 31, should have been taking profits there. Come on, DJT. Can I get one more leg of momentum to the downside? 3140s, 3130s, big area. If we can get back there. Not, we could be right back at VWAP, so just keeping that in mind always. Here comes some weakness. Let's see if it really wants to wash or not. Guys, it's been a tough one. I will say that. Gonna wrap it up with this trade here. It's about 10:45. We gotta wrap up here in just a few, but hey, it's been an interesting one for sure, guys. Got to be careful out there. Definitely saw the downside come in the market today really quickly here. Now getting a little bit of a spike back here. Got to be careful. It's been a tough one today, guys. I will say that, man. Should have been able to take some profits on both sides of this DJT trade. So not a great one at all here, guys. Back towards my level. About to get stopped out for $20 loss there. And there's a spike. Got out there. Did not take the green today. Not trading the best today, guys. I'm noticing that. I should have been able to handle their 180 gains on both of these trades, right? And so both of those trades now put me at 360 for the day, right? And versus battling it the way I did there, looking for the 200 gain there, was pushing for it a little bit too much right there. Should have just pulled the stop and at least taken the $100 on this trade. So execution mistakes today. That's one thing that I will clearly state. Hey, you guys know it. I keep it tough on myself. And I can tell you guys right now that just not executing as fast. Maybe it's being in the Airbnb affecting me a little bit there. Definitely should have executed there on the profit take. Was in the green, deep in the green there, about 2 or 3 times, right? So that's what it is, guys. Got to keep pushing more and more. What helped me to take my money more often is the rules that I get with funding. There has to be a trailing drawdown from the highest of your position. Way more often, I take the money and run now. Yeah, it's true. And Mitch is in a hotel. Yep. In the Airbnb life. So if you might want to go long on the Airbnb, Clean Spark, definitely one to keep an eye out for. I talked about that one yesterday. Was talking about would he go back through the $10 spot there. Let's take a look at it right quick. See how that's doing. And watch. I have a feeling DJT, I'll be right back down there. But hey, that's just how it goes, guys. It came and got me. I wasn't going to push it on the risk. Still in the red today. Should be green today, but just bad trading overall. Clean Spark now back at 11. So definitely had a nice pop on the day. Let's take a look here. Yeah, nice little pullback towards the 1080s. Got up there all the way to the 1170s. I like this on hourly charts. So you see Clean Spark loves to go to the support, then break out back above towards the high. Break comes up here, back down towards the support, then breaks back to the high. Support, back to the high. So hourly long pullbacks seem to make sense there in Clean Spark. Definitely today, one of those days, guys. And look at drug go now, guys. 1020 on drug. What a move there in drug today. So if you guys were able to play that one, shout out to you guys. It's at 1020 now. That's absolutely insanity, guys. So just be careful on that one. We'll see what happens. And going to be something else today to definitely look back at that one. Fun also making a big move, and this one could continue to run. You could get some sympathy plays with that action that you're seeing out there. And maybe Wolf makes a comeback. Now that it's been on the bottoming action on the hourly, at least you have levels to go off of, right? So you use this support. It wants to hold around the 14s, could come back through 15, 16s today. So not bad one to watch, especially the market could catch a bounce and it could start to come back here. So not a bad one there. It's starting to bounce there. Not going to get into it, but just watching it here. Of course, I did have the swing. Let's see if I got cut out of the swing. No, well, still long on workday, and workday now towards 247. So solid trade there, guys. Going to continue to watch this to continue working, but not a bad move there. And now where can we get it to work to? Well, we could get it right back to the top end, right? This is about a $700 trade. At some point, I'll look to add the share size to see if I can maybe make that 700. But right now, it's on zero risk and looking for the 690, right? So we'll see what happens there on the swing side of things. And it was a battle today. Should have ended in the green. Hey, that's how it goes sometimes, guys. Got to execute. So that's one thing I'll be thinking about. And of course, try to execute tomorrow on taking that green. Got opportunities today. Just, hey, didn't take the green. But overall, not a bad day. Just down, what, $60, $70? Let's take a quick peek right quick. I show it to you guys all, right? That's what it's about here. So let's go back. Let's just take a quick review there on the action there. You can see 64 down there. So not bad action overall. We'll see what happens there. We can take a look at the tickets, but yeah, that's just really what I see there as being important, and definitely should have been able to take that money and run, right? So we'll see what happens there. Not looking too bad there. The filled orders, you can see here, we did take that $70 in DJT, but definitely should have taken a little bit more. Had like about 100 and something there available to us. A loss on Soxal, really costing us. And then DJT. The one thing I will say, though, at least keeping the management in play here is definitely keeping me one win away from a big green day. So could have been taking those green trades on DJT. Still trying to learn the sizing game. Going to keep battling. Going to keep showing you guys it all. Down 74 today. Finished yesterday up 50. So overall for the week, down 25. Not going to be mad about that. We'll keep battling, and I'll be back tomorrow, guys. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up here. There's not much that I'm going to be trading. after this, but I will take one more peek into the overall market. DJT coming back already. SPY starting to bounce a little bit, and so is the Qs. I say you watch Nvidia as a good sign. If it fades further, I think you still see tech down, but if that can continue climbing, you're looking good. Now, if the market comes back, Apple right underneath the VWAP looks like an opportunity. That's if the market comes back. Yin was one that I was watching down the 3370s. Just going to continue watching BABA to see if it ever finds a bottom. 100 stands out to me. We'll see what happens there. Redfin, one that I was watching today, pulled back to the 1086. Talked about on the daily level, how that makes sense on the daily level. This one actually looks like a swing there to me. So I might take a swing on Redfin back to the upside, guys. But that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoy the entertainment here. Enjoy the trading. Enjoy the knowledge. Enjoy the battling, the education. Because truly, I'm here to battle with you guys, not just to show you guys my trading, but battle with you guys, right? So if you guys are seeing the struggles in the market right now and maybe finding a little bit of some chop, let me know and hit up the comments. What do you guys want to see more of on here? Do you guys want me to be maybe showing a little bit more on the short side of things? Should we look more into the earnings reports? I'm always here to help you guys continue growing in your financial journey, whether that be learning the fundamentals, technicals, or maybe overall market talk. Maybe it's economics, right? We got to continue to watch to see what happens with the economic data. Of course, it's been pointing towards not a slowing economy right now. In the recent reports, let's see if that comes back into play. October, still choppy as we get closer and closer to the elections. That's something to keep in mind because, of course, October is always surprise October and can change things towards the end of the month. It's good to see you guys out there. I appreciate you guys battling. And Jan, like always, it's good to see you, my friend. Always creating a good community because at the end of the day, guys, I know it's not going to be easy. And I'm always going to tell you guys it's not going to be easy. But can we do it? Yeah, we can, guys. We've been doing great, especially the last couple of months. We're going to continue doing it right here, of course, on Trade the Pool. And if you haven't done so already, check it out, guys. Check out, of course, the limited account. This is our best deal ever. And you guys definitely check it out, guys. Only $13.50. That's what I think about it today, guys. I could have got $360 of that, right? That's 30% of the account that I need. I need to get this mini buying power. I'm doing the limited. That's what you guys saw me trade today. Look at that payout split, 70-30. Don't miss this, team. It's only for a limited amount of time. So go to Trade the Pool and keep more profits to yourself, team. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. I did see one comment there. Estoy cortado en Tesla. Looks like you're still looking. You're shorted? Am I right, Axel? I'm pretty sure he's saying he's shorting it here. So let me just take a quick look at Tesla for him. I'll take a peek there. Tesla still down there, but not breaking through the lows. I'd say look at the hourly. The hourly chart is going to tell you. It looks to me like a reversal back to the upside later today. That's if the market can do well. Right now, I'd have to risk off the 218, but I kind of like this trade, right? I like it to come right back. I even like it on maybe a swing trade back to the upside today. So I'll be watching to see what happens. Right now, if it cuts down through the 217s, you got more leak. But on the hourly, watch for those lows to hold there. If it does, it could make a move back through 225. That's what I see on that chart. All right, that's going to do it for us. Like always, yeah, got that right. Yeah, sorry for my bad reading in Spanish there. Definitely need to improve my reading in Spanish. I can speak it well, struggle sometimes on reading it. But hey, appreciate the message. Keep dropping them. Doesn't matter. I'll catch them. It's always good to see you, Axel, and everyone out there. Hope you have a great day today. Stay safe. Keep guard of your positions. Take a look into it. Are we showing our hands too much? Can we work on the stop? Today, what struggled for me was not the stop loss work. It was the target profit look. And so need to work on that too, right? Maybe throw a target profit and see if it just lands in there. something to think about. I hope you guys enjoy the action, enjoy the transparency, and check out my Trader TV segment if you guys didn't check it out. And drop a comment in there. Let them know. Bring back Money Mitch, because it's always good to see you guys out there. And definitely check that out. That's on YouTube, Trader TV. Just zoom in. You'll see when Money Mitch comes on there. And wasn't a bad look on the bank short today out the gates. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Smash the like. I'm going to be still in the Airbnb until Thursday, guys. So I'm struggling with this, dealing with some housing situation after the hurricane. But hey, only can stay positive and still deal with what I got. Bulls up, guys. Like always, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Smash the like, guys. Like always, right here on Trade the Pool.